calling someone alt-right today. It's so strange how, you know, I don't know if you know, but alt in the world of stand-up comedy used to be progressive, liberal, like weird coffee shop type rooms. It was alt comedy. They don't even use that term anymore,
right?
Because it's so toxic.
And I try to avoid saying we say alternative media all the time.
And this has happened over the course of just a couple of years. I mean, the thing is shifted, and it's moving and evolving and morphing so quickly.
You want to know what's really crazy? For years, on my Wikipedia page, it claimed that I invented a Zeppelin.
A Zeppelin?
Yeah,
like a blimp?
Yes. Yeah, it's funny, right?
Well, Wikipedia said I was Brian Callen's brother for a decade.
Here's the thing. When I went to Sweden, I specifically stated, let me back up. Paul Joseph Watson of InfoWars put out a call saying, I challenge any journalist to spend a weekend in Malmö and I'll cover your costs. Everybody's bombarding him, saying, oh, pay me. And he's kind of just ignoring it. People are threatening to sue him. You better pay, you promised. I had already set up a GoFundMe for the project before, I believe it was before he announced it. I made a video about it saying, Donald Trump said X, Y, and Z. We're going to go do the story. When I saw he made this call, I think it was actually Emily who noticed it. I said, hey, I'll do it. And he was like, to be honest, I think he said something like, I was just taking the piss, but yeah, sure, I'll send you a donation. And I laughed and I was like, hey man, I'll take, if he wants to throw money at my GoFundMe. Here's what ends up happening is people then claim I went there because Paul Joseph Watson challenged me. Not true. He donated about 9% of our total fund that we raised, and I was already planning on going there. Wikipedia, there was a challenge on my Wikipedia page where someone said, you wrote Tim Pool went there because Paul Joseph Watson challenged him to. That's not true. What's your proof? This YouTube video from Tim Pool where he says, we've already arranged this. We are not going here because of Paul Joseph Watson. The response, that's not a reliable source. Someone came back with a reliable source. You know what it was? A Huffington Post article that quoted my YouTube video. How's that? I don't understand. Why couldn't you just take my word for it? Why did you have to get Huffington Post to just quote me? That's apparently
hilarious.
So that's enough, I guess. So the reason I bring this up is because what happens then if you're a conservative and a bunch of friends who work for various news organizations all at the same time write 10 articles saying Joe Rogan is all right. Now on Wikipedia, 10 articles pop up immediately saying this is a fact. 10 different organizations have written it. And there it is in your page. And the crazy thing is the UK does this all the time. They call various personalities alt-right. They call Sargon, they call Dankula.
Yeah.
Just go to Wikipedia and look up the phrase. It means white nationalist, neo-Confederate. It's like literally about a white ethno-state. These people have denounced this. And it's like with Sargon of Akkad, it was a really fascinating phenomenon on Patreon where all of a sudden these left-wing outlets said Sargon was banned for going after the alt-right. And I'm like, but hold on. You've written in the past that he was alt-right.
Well, when you say like the media is not
these various organizations,
the same organizations but different authors.
Well, I don't want to.
Okay, but not the same journalists.
I will lean towards I believe yes because it's but
so whenever it's convenient they just throw that.
There are some people who write. The problem is if I name these people, they're going to point their pens in my direction, and then all these things are going to swing at me. And the other thing too is I don't want to brigade them.
It's not important anyway. What's really important is the actual reality of how it was done.
There are. I really want to name this organization. It's one of the prominent, well-known, but they repeatedly write stories that are just so over the top. I roll my eyes and I'm like,